morning, everybody. Happy Monday Mycology morning. Anybody that's out there listening to Pops, we're going to have tea together this morning. That's what I'm excited about. So, yeah, I'm just going to ramble here. If anybody joins us, that's great. Our first 15 minutes of the morning at the lab, we're going to spend here uh, just talking about this morning. Excuse me. So, this morning, how do I flip this? I'm going to flip it around. There we go. So, last night, before I could go to sleep, which was just a couple hours worth of great sleep, I was perusing this article in the Vogue magazine, which is absolutely fascinating in and of itself. That Vogue is now running popular articles about just the different health benefits of mushrooms, etc., fungus in our lives. It's a fascinating, fascinating article. And I recommend it for anybody that wants to read it. Sorry about this. I'm trying to get my little tripod set up, but that's okay. Like I said, this morning's still testing how do we do this stuff live. Grab our tea, and I'm going to spend between 9 and 9:15 hanging out here. Anybody has questions, of course, go ahead and ask. Oh, that's some work we're doing today. Do a little experimenting on some spawn that wasn't colonizing super well, but we're going to get something out of it because it's still, parts of it are still doing okay. Anyways, so good morning, Mycology. This morning, with tea, we wanted to just briefly discuss. Let me see if I have a stand. Here we go. This stand might help me. One moment. Here. Okay. Nice. Okay, what if I turn that around? Excuse me. We are working the bugs out 3 bugs at a time. I have one. Okay. That looks good. Okay. Pops, we're trying to get you a little bit of where we can look at that and still read comments when they come. So, good morning. Good morning, Mycology. Good morning. It's a Monday morning, 9 to 9:15. We're going to do a little bit of coffee, tea. That's our morning coffee. Last night I'm reading the Vogue article. I have a lot to do today. It's going to be a beautiful day. We're going to probably, started the morning with, what do we start every morning with? Make your bed first thing in the morning. Sounds like an old man. I am an old man. So one of the first things my dad taught me, well, before I got in the service, we make our bed first thing in the morning. First thing. It's just an amazing accomplishment because from there forward, you're going to have a win day. Worst case scenario, you have kind of a not so win day. When you get home, you have a made bed. And no matter what happens, you've started your day out on a positive note. I've made it 100% actually part of my lifestyle. If there's one thing I can say that I do every day that I'm really proud of, it's I make my bed. It sounds super goofy, but you make your bed first thing in the morning. The next thing that I do, go to the bathroom, relieve that whole situation, obviously. Literally, just my little routine. That's one of the things that growing's done for me. It's developed a routine. That's why this is a little off for me because it's not part of my routine, but I want to be able to connect and share, entertain, communicate. And so my routine, not obsessive compulsively, but just the routine that works in a positive way is you make your bed in the morning. I mean, I roll up. I haven't even gone to the bathroom. I make the bed. Go to the bathroom. Take care of your business. The next thing I do here is I have to wash whatever was dirty the night before. Usually it's stacked up by the counter, by a sink, ready to go. I didn't do it the day before. It's part of morning ritual. Clean, 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 stack, dry. Now I'm ready to hit my day. So that first part of the morning, get some cleanliness in. I've made my bed. I've cleaned up my own body with the, personal stuff. And now I'm going to clean some stuff, get my kitchen together, get my cleaned area together. And now the cleanest start I can possibly have to the day. And guess what? Most of the time I only have a few things there that are, that were stacked up from the day before. So, Pops, how do you get so much done? That's my number one way. Start your day with some very regular routine. And after that, have free will. After that, go ahead and do what you're going to do differently all the time. But if you know what you're going to do every morning, you're going to have a pretty successful day, in my opinion. I'll give you one more hint. This one was taught to me back when I was in this hobby, and that there was a hobby that took a lot of time. We were building little miniatures, and I was making miniatures that were like good enough to actually put in museums, miniature historical scenes. And it's a fascinating hobby, and maybe one day we look at some of those pieces. Why do I talk about it? Because I would ask guys, how do you get so much done? It takes me forever to do what you're doing. And one guy, old guy, I was young, old guy said, it's real easy. Let me tell you what my secret is. Okay? Big ears, I gotta listen to somebody that knows more than me. That's a secret. Take 1 hour of your day. I'm too busy. I've got kids. I've got a job. You're a busy person. You absolutely are. I am too. Take 1 hour out of your day. 1 hour. Doesn't matter when it is. You pick that hour. 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. 11 p.m. to midnight. 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Doesn't matter when it is. You take 1 hour. Focus on that hour, on your hobby, your interest, the thing it is that you're trying to develop more opportunity to do in your life. 1 hour per day. Sacrifice an hour of sleep. Sacrifice an hour of television. Sacrifice an hour of eating. Sacrifice an hour of, and I hate to use the sacrifice because you're really not sacrificing, you're really building something different with that hour, but use that hour in a different way. 1 hour a day. Here's the formula. At the end of a week, you've done this for 7 hours now. 7 hours. We realize that's one work day. That's go to work, start first thing in the morning, work all day, have a lunch break, work all day, go home. You just put in a work day. You can put in one full work day in 1 week in spare time, 1 hour a day. That's how you can be successful sometimes. If you think that you don't have time, you have time. And what happens, funnily, too, you set it up 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. You're going to do your focused thing. 8 a.m. comes, and hey, I can slip in another extra 15 minutes here. And 8 a.m. becomes 8:15. Now you just did an hour and 15 minutes. Might happen 2 or 3 times that week. You got an hour and 15 minutes in on your focused interest. Guess what? At the end of the week, now it might not be 9 hours, 7 hours. It might be 9 or 10 hours that you've totaled up. Because you woke up, you made your bed, you took care of yourself, you cleaned up your area, and at some point in your regular routine, you committed that 1 hour. And this is just an old man talking. That's all this is. Just an old man giving his tea advice. Okay? So I don't even know why I got started on that, but other than to say that that's one of the things that I do to get my day going, and boy, does it feel good. Feels good to be talking to you guys too. So throw your glasses on, Pops. I don't know if there's any comments on there. I can see the screen from right about there. I still have that Vogue article. and it's 9:59. What time is this thing? It's 10 o'clock. I don't get that time. I didn't want to spend all morning bothering you people. Grow Ohms. Cheers. 9/11. It's saying 9/11 on the comp. Okay, I got 4 more minutes to be bothering you people with this stuff. The Vogue. Thank you for the comment. Hello. Nice of you to chime in. This article. Mycology. Mycology. Good morning from New Mexico. New Mexico. Love driving through there. What a gorgeous state. People don't even realize how pretty New Mexico is. What a pretty, pretty state. Underrated. Lion's mane, reishi, oysters, buttonwing, myriad of things we do. Mycology. Mycology. This is probably the only thing other than about my morning schedule. Mycology. What does mycology mean? What does the word mycology mean? That's what we're about. We're Pop Shrooms at the Mush Lab, and we're about communicating, educating, entertaining, sometimes in really goofy ways, which is the fun part, but it's educating too. Mycology. What does mycology mean? Myco. The word myco comes from ancient Greek, which means fungus. Myco, fungus. And you'll notice a lot of words in science end with the word ology. Ology. Mycology. So they took myco and they put ology together. Mycology. Whenever a word ends with ology, it comes from the root logia. Ology, logia. And logia means to think or to study. Almost logic. You're getting that out of the same word, logia. So myco, logia, fungus, to study. So the study of fungus. Sorry if that was so juvenile, but that's mycology. And I love it. I love the whole Greek, logia, mycology. If there's any comments, I'll say hi to them. Let me see. We're up to 10 people saying, hey, Pops, let's have tea. This is good stuff. Thank you for joining me live for tea. Okay, so we did the mycology definition. Out of that article, I had another really, gosh, it's a neat article. March, Vogue. Pops, you're reading Vogue. When it's got an article like this in it, I'm going to read it. That's for sure. It's got some great pictures. Vogue is an interesting magazine. So, little known fact, didn't know this. Greetings from Germany. Yeah, Germany, Deutschland. I don't know why I just said that, but maybe because I'm trying to show off Deutsch. But I don't know German at all. But gosh, it's cool to know people are in Europe. That's why I wanted to do this YouTube. That is why. That's why, because this thing's worldwide. Why else would we be all paying attention to some old guy in his homemade laboratory basement unless this stuff was super important? This is really, really cool. And thank you for saying hi from Germany. Little known fact that in 2018, the FDA actually reworked some of its laws and opened up the opportunity for major research to start happening. And it is behind the scenes in ways that are going to be so supportive to the mycology community. And I just want to say how amazing that is, and that we should all be behind something like that. Don't think that we're involved in things that we're not supposed to be involved in. This is a phenomenal, flourishing community of people that are looking to learn ways to grow fungus on their own for health and wellness reasons. And when you're looking at people that can do at home, be able to grow their own types of different, and we're not just talking fungus either. I love the idea of micrograsses and a lot of this stuff that we're going to talk about over the course of the next few months, and some of the tutorials I want to do really are about macro environments and micro environments and ways to do that and control them in your own home in a semi-scientific way that's going to create harvests and a new culture in your home and in your life, and an independence because you wouldn't have to rely on some outside sources to give you some of this health and wellness products. And when I say products, that sounds manufactured. I'm talking about organic stuff that we grow that we'll grow ourselves, and I should spend a little more time at another coffee. Just read a list. It's this long. It's as long as your arm about the benefits of fungus to us. It's amazing. I'll finish with one thought. Fungus, as I'm learning to grow it, the respect that I have, it almost leaves me speechless if such a thing is possible, because fungus is smarter than human beings. See, as Homo sapiens, we have egos. We think we're the smartest things going because we have this brain and we have a brain cap. So we got everything figured out. And the more I do what I do, the more I realize, gosh, fungus is actually smarter than me. It's been around longer. Survived. It's been here on the planet, in this macro environment planet, way longer than me, Homo sapiens, been. It's going to last way longer than me, Homo sapien, will. It'll be here after Homo sapiens are gone. We know that. It's been here longer. It'll last longer. It doesn't fight. It doesn't strife. It doesn't have greed. It doesn't, none of these spores blowing around that intermingle. All that they need is a nice soft place that's a good habitat, that's kind and gentle, someplace that they can grow. Get started, get rooted, get them not rooted, but not rooted. Get themselves an environment where that little spore has a spot, one little spot. All he needs is perfect temperature, perfect humidity, right under the log, a leaf laying right on top of him, the perfect weather. Fog comes over the mountain, and boop, I'm going to turn myself into a little. That guy right there is a lot smarter than me. I'm out here talking to people on Europe, to people in Europe and people in New Mexico and all of that. And the mushrooms and the grasses and all the micro stuff's out there just growing peacefully. Who's smarter? Who's really smarter? Thank you for joining me for tea. I'm going to get to work. Any comments before we hit it? Does anybody have anything to say? Thank you very much for joining me. Have a wonderful morning, and I hope to catch you guys very soon. Probably catch me back here at 9 o'clock in the morning again. So check back. I won't make you guys think it's a regular thing, but I'm going to try to keep regular things going on in my life. So, peace to Mycology. How do I almost get off without saying this? Another thing we want to always hear at the Mush Lab, one tub at a time. One tub. There's got a comment scrolled by. Thanks for everything. You got it. You got it. Holy. Holy is an angel. Holy is angel. One tub at a time. There it is. This wasn't planned. One tub at a time. I don't know if you could see it if it's mirrored, but we just teach people. It's that saying of, you can give a guy a fish and he'll have a great meal. You teach a guy how to fish, he can have meals for the rest of his life. So that's what we do here. We try to teach people how to fish for fungus. Peace today. Talk to you soon. Any questions, any comments, shoot them in on that comment section. If you're new and haven't seen us before, I'm new, I haven't seen you before, go to Pop Shrooms 2 on IG. We do stuff over there. We release pictures all day. We have fun with that. We'll bounce back here, Drop a couple of videos in here this week, tutorials coming up, macro environments and microenvironment class on that. Maybe some a monotub, how to build a monotub. Go back, look at a couple of our other videos. Maybe some grain-to-grain transfer stuff this week. All kinds of stuff happening. You guys are amazing for joining us. Talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day. Pops out.